Hello again, loves. Rebecca here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Mixed Media Mayhem. I will be playing with my How to Kill a Kit with Style February 2022 kit. It's the Vintage Vibe. And our recipe chosen by the lovely Kathy is a messy ink background. I love that. Stamping and no pattern paper. You're killing me, Kathy. Look at all this pattern paper, you guys. But that's okay, because I have a big idea. And to make my messy inked background, I'm going to use a lot of ink, but I'm going to actually incorporate some texture and try to get some of these liquid pearls and stickles used up, which I know we all have them, and I just need to use them because I don't pull them out a lot, so I don't foresee myself ordering new ones. But let's be honest, I probably will. The photo that I'm going to do today is of my little sister. So there's three of them. 3 photos, not 3 little sisters. And she is holding Maggie and Ernie. So Ernie's my brother. That's my mom's dog. And then that's little Maggie. My sister couldn't do that now, but she was holding them up going, look at these puppies. And neither one of them would really cooperate. So we're going to go ahead and do those 3. And yeah, so I need to go through this monstrosity here, pare that down, figure out what I want to do. And I'm thinking we're going to go definitely with so it's not white, it's cream. It's actually called French Vanilla Cardstock by Close to My Heart. It's my favorite non-white cardstock. So if you guys were thinking about picking that up, I'll have all my links down below. So we got to figure out what kind of ink, and I think we're going to go all kinds of browns, because it's kind of what my collection is all kinds of browns and tans. So I've got to figure some of that out, do some packaging, probably, maybe, possibly gesso this to get more of a fun look. So I'm going to go ahead and gesso that, let that dry, and we will come back and do some mixed media together. I'm going to stick these in here so I don't get them all inked up. And yeah, so give me just a minute and we'll be back. Alright, so we are going to start making the messy backgrounds. I am going to gesso my paper first because it's going to be a very messy inked background, and we are going to need to ensure that we don't tear the paper because I'm going to put a lot of liquid on this paper. So, I apologize if you can hear my husband talking very loud in the background. He is on a phone call, and I don't know why he's being so loud. So yeah, I'm just gonna get this gessoed, so there'll be some fun texture going on. I'm using my 2-inch silicone flat Art Basics brush. It's the one that I always use when I'm doing gesso. So we've got that on there, just kind of a nice light coat. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to be using some Dina Wakley Gloss Spray and Syrup, some Nouveau Mica Mist in Antique Gold, Heidi Swapp Color Shine in Tea, and just to bring in a bit of red from some of this collection that we've got going on over here, some Delusions Ink Spray and Nude. So camera cut out, so I'm not sure what I said. I'm going to let this dry. Heidi Swapp Color Shine in Tea, Nouveau Mica Mist in Antique Gold, Dina Wakley Gloss Spray and Syrup, and Delusions Ink Spray in Pomegranate Seed. This is going to dry. We're going to get a messy box, and we're going to make a very messy inked background. So I'll be right back. Okay, because this is going to be a messy background, we're in the splatter box here. So none of these are going to spray. I'm 100% sure, but we're going to give it a try. Just going to get this mixed up. Gesso is all dry. So we're going to give it a try. If you can hear my husband in the background, I apologize. Oh, that one does spray. Nice. Was it really? expecting it to. I'm just amazed. I'm going to go ahead and water it down because we are going to cover what we can. So I'm just going to roll back and forth. This is probably going to turn muddy, but let's just go for it. So I'm 100% sure that this one's not going to spray because I've already tried it and it does not. But maybe it'll prove me wrong for you guys. So we're just going to stir this one up. I'm not even sure what this is going to look like when it's all said and done. See, that one does not spray. So I think I'm just going to pour some of that over. Whoa. Just going to pour it. Then we're going to let it run. I'm not digging the pink. That's like way too pink. You're definitely going to be able to see where I didn't get gesso. So I'm just going to roll it. Let it kind of fade. So let's pour some of this in the middle. I feel like I poured it at the edges and it just kind of ran all over the place. Try to pick up some of this pink. So if we were going for a messy background, we have achieved a messy inked background. So let it run this way. Trying to get it to not be so what's the word I'm looking for? Streaky. When it's actually kind of end up looking like a marbleized background. Oh, well, this is not going to come off. So look, oh, 1 out of 4. I think that's pretty good. All right, I am loving the way this looks, so I'm going to let this dry for quite some time. The only thing that I might do is just come in and add a few splatters of the pomegranate. I may have just ruined the background, but that's okay. You don't like that, so we're going to add more water. We're going to loosen all that up. We're going to let it run again, then we're going to spray some more. I don't know, it's kind of looking really cool though. This is going to take a month of Sundays to dry. Okay, so we're going to try that again. This is the one that made it do that fun stuff. I don't know what it's about, but it's pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to let this dry. We will come back and see what it looks like. It's probably going to take a good 24 hours to dry, you guys. There's a lot of liquid on that page. So, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm going to try to use this last bit up, see if I can get these used up. I don't really know about this. I don't know if these colors are going to work, so we might have to hold off on that. I do have some stuff that I can fussy cut out if I so choose in these tags, but I do also already have this entire bag full of fussy cut stuff, so I might use that instead of fussy cutting more. But, oop, here is my messy inked background. And I don't remember what the other one was. There was messy inked background. I feel like I got it somewhere. Oh! So we want to do this part. I'm all discombobulated today. So before we get in to anything, but yeah, look how cool that turned out. Alright. So we're going to take our Nuvo brush. And I really don't know, but I think I'm just going to draw. I'm going to run a few lines like so. So that was the bisque and the perfect pearls, and then we get the stickles in goldenrod. I'm going to put one big glob down right underneath it. And then we're just gonna add some texture, right? All the way down, just for a little added extra something. I don't know why I try to make perfect lines the first time, right? I'm just going to squeeze it out. It's a good way to use up your products. I do want to take the time to apologize to all of you. I have not been very well at putting links in the group and stuff, so I am going to do better. So I'm just running this through, just kind of wipe that off. Then we're going to do this right here. And we'll put one down here as well. It's a lot. You hear my husband talking in the background. So that is rose gold in the liquid pearls, and then we have platinum in the stickles. There's still a lot left in here even after I do that. We're just going to do the same thing. Just going to kind of run it down. Make it neat. And now we have some texture going on as well. I'm really digging this background. Excuse me. Let's clean off my thing. I'm going to, my thing, I mean palette knife. I'm going to let this dry because it's got all that mixed media on there. So we're going to let that dry for just a smidge, and we will come back and get some stuff on the layout to complete it. Alright, so I want you to see the background before we add the next layer. The next layer is the stamping. So remember, it was no pattern paper, a messy inked background, or an inky messy background, and stamping. So let's pull out stamps. But look at this. So that's our inked background, and then we layered the stickles over it. So we had the 2 stickles and then the 2 liquid pearls, which I accidentally put away, and I need to save my How to Kill the Kits. What is wrong with me? Alright, so we are going to put, and this is something that I have to get away from because I feel like I always put my photos down here, and I'm sure you guys are like, yes you do. So I do realize that I want the pencil. Here we go. So we're going to kind of move them right there. You can hear my husband yelling, it is a nice day. And he has got Miss Maggie outside. And she's running away from him. I mean, you would think the man would learn his lesson. I did. She's ran away from me. And I had to chase her stinking little butt down. Alright, so I am actually almost through the craft foam here that I bought. That didn't have adhesive. I went to Walmart looking for the adhesive-backed craft foam twice and couldn't find it, so I had to buy just regular, you know, unfun foam, as Sandy calls it. I'm almost through that pack because I do have fun foam. So I'm going to go ahead and get this down. I'm going to start doing the stamping. I just wanted to show you that. And that we are going to be using the Timeless Textures stamp set from Stampin' Up, the Open Sea Stampin' Up stamp set, and then the Birch Bark from Wild Whisper. It's a Nicole Wright Designs. And I'm going to be using my favorite black ink, which is the Close to My Heart ink. And I am just basically going to put these here, and I'm going to stamp up in that general vicinity, and then I'm going to come in with that little bag of goodies and see if we can use all that up, because you guys, I still have a lot left in this kit, and I think I've done a really good job of using it this month. It's just, it was a really big kit. I was a little overzealous, but since the theme was a vintage vibe. Alright, okay, so I had to pull this one, right? So give me a minute to get some stuff prepared and we'll be back. Alright, we've got a lot going on. I've tucked in some floral bits here and there. The stamping is in the background. I'm just going to add these little brads in there. I'm just going to get these added. Scatter them around because they're kind of vintage feeling. And I think I only got one more layout to make for this collection before the month is over. And then we start a new kit, so just trying to get as much used up as possible. So there you have it. We have a very messy, inky background, stamping, and no pattern paper. That was the challenge. Our title is going to be Celebrate, and I was able to use all of these little peeps up, and I got this on here. So we did use up some things in there, tucked in some cameras, a butterfly. I've created little floral elements all over, which is actually really well because that deep red color brings out that that Delusions ink that I used, so that was a little too red. It was supposed to be, I think, like a pomegranate, and I thought it was a deeper color. My hands are so inky and gross. Anyway, that is it. So don't forget to check all the other lovelies playing along with Mixed Media Mayhem. And we will be back again next Friday. Do all the fun YouTube-y things, like, subscribe, join channels, check out the memberships, the Facebook groups, leave comments. The last Friday of every month, we have the hop. Check that out. Join in, play along. And I'll see you guys later with another video. Bye.